Hi, my name is Veronica. Welcome to my channel. Tonight I am going to make a seafood lasagna and I wanted to share it with you all. So I'm going to start off by adding some salt to my water that is already boiling so that I can add my lasagna pasta inside of the pot, and then as I go I'll show you step by step of what I'm adding and what I'm making. So come along with me. Make this seafood lasagna. So I'm going to use a whole pound of lasagna pasta, and I'm going to pour it into this pot. But let me put my teaspoon of salt in first. And I like to use a bigger pot so that it can just boil down. You want to kind of move it around so that your noodles won't stick. So, you know, just move it around a little bit down in there. Let that boil. And when that boils, don't let it cook all the way because we're going to add it into the oven at the end. So we're going to put that in there. And then we're going to come over here to this pan right here, and we're going to start our base of that we're going to use at the bottom, and then we're going to start using it as a layer. And then I'll let you know what it is that I'm adding as I go. So I have this pan here, and I'm going to add a half of unsalted butter. Let that melt. And as this melt down, okay, just let that cook, melt down. Then we're gonna add a mixture that I cut up. It was 1 onion, 2 stalks of celery, and also a half a bell pepper. So that's going to be the mixture I add in with some garlic, and I'll let you know how much garlic I'm going to add, but I'm going to put this in first and then go ahead and add the garlic and I'll let you know as I go. So turn that down on medium heat. You don't want it to cook too fast. Check these noodles out. Okay. Ooh, that butter smells so good. So now it's ready to add my mixture here. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. You can use as much garlic as you want, but I use the garlic that's already ready to go. And so just add 2 tablespoons of this, or add, if you're a garlic lover, add more, as much as you want. So I'm going to turn that up a little, keep it on medium high. Alright, it smells so good in here. So just let that simmer down and soften up. Turn it on medium high. So let that go. Little pasta noodle there. Ooh, it smells so good. So let that mixture just simmer down. And I like to wash my dishes as I go, but I prep everything before actually doing, because it does take some time. And it's a lot of ingredients, but it's best to go ahead and prep all of your stuff and not have to take everything out and pull it from here and there. So I just prep everything. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I have all of the stuff prepped, and I'm gonna show you as I go what I'm adding. Okay, so you can hear it similar, and you just want to keep this onion, bell pepper, and celery and garlic just going. This is gonna be the flavor here. This is gonna be your flavor that's gonna add to your seafood lasagna. Just want that to go. Ooh, that smells really good. I'm gonna check on my pasta here. Don't want them to stick too much. I can pull them apart, but you just don't want them to stick too much. So if you see them sticking, try to get some of them to loosen up from each other. Want them to stick too much. Okay, so we'll just keep checking up on this here. Let this soften up. Once this soften up, the next thing we're gonna do is add. My daughter was helping me prep, so it look it toe up, but it's Rotel, I think it's called. It's just the, I don't know, there you go, if you can see that, the diced tomatoes and the green chilies. So just add that as the onion mixture just simmer down, we'll add this in there. So we're almost there. It smells so good. So yeah, this is my first video. I did not know exactly what I wanted my first video to be, but I love to cook, so I was like, well, let me go ahead and make the seafood lasagna. And I know a lot of people enjoy eating seafood, and I don't know if many people have had seafood lasagna before, but yeah, you can put any kind of seafood you want in there. But I got some shrimp, some crawfish, and some crab meat, and I'll show you as I go. I'm going to bring it closer because I have my camera sitting a certain way. Like I said, this is my first video, and I really wanted to welcome you in to see how you make this seafood lasagna. So now, let me say this. I am also cooking my husband some chicken breast, because I know he may taste the seafood lasagna but may not eat like a bunch of it. He's not really he eats certain seafood. So I got some chicken in the oven that I need to check, but that's not what I'm really wanting to focus on, because that's just a simple thing that I already know. A lot of people know how to do already. Yeah, it's looking good too. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add our diced tomatoes and green chili. And this is a 10 ounce can. So you want to use a 10 ounce can. And I am learning how to put information in the description box. I got my daughters that will help me do those things, and so I'll put in the description box the ingredients and how much you have to use. So we have that mixture with the tomatoes and the chili pepper in there. And we got that going, and I am going to just keep that going. So let me have my daughter help me bring the camera over to show you this mixture. It smells so good and it looked good already. So this is the mixture. Come over here, Kristen, and show the mixture of how it's looking. So remember, this is our bell peppers, our onions, our garlic, our celery, and our tomatoes and chili, green chili in here. So that's how the mixture looking. So now, since this is simmering down, we're gonna go ahead and add a 8 ounce packet of cream cheese. So we're just gonna squeeze that in there. Get all that good cream cheese out of there, because this is one of the things that make it really creamy. You know, so we want to get all that cream cheese in there. And I'm going to bring it to a medium heat. So we're just going to stir that cream cheese in there. Get that cream cheese down in there. So we're going to get that going. Then I'm going to check on these noodles. Let that cream cheese just melt down in there. You don't want this to really stick. You want to keep mixing it as much as possible so it won't stick so much. You know, you just want to get it. Oh, that looks so good already. Yeah, so you want to get that cream cheese all in there. All mixed up in that good onions, bell peppers. Yes, that's what I'm talking about right there. It's gonna be good. All right, so that's how it's looking. That's how it's looking. I'm gonna check on this. Let me get a plate to sit this spoon on, because I don't like to sit my spoon on that counter with all that food on there like that. Okay, so let that simmer down, and I'm gonna check on my noodles. Okay, so you see some of those noodles sticking together there, but we can pull some together, but we don't want them all so stuck together that we can't do nothing with the noodles, you know. All right, so I'm gonna turn that off, and I'm gonna get a bowl. To stick my noodles in. All right, so let's get that going. Put our noodles in here. Okay, let me check on this, because we don't want that to stick too much. Got to be a multitask. Ooh, yes. So I got that going. Still a couple of chunks of cream cheese there, so just go ahead and just spread it on out. Get it mixed down in there. Okay, so let's work on these noodles so we can have this done and out the way. Be careful, you don't want the noodles popping in your face. That hot water on it. Uh-oh, I'm kind of breaking it up. Not trying to, but it's okay. We can still work with them. Still work with the noodles. Ouch. So you got to be careful. Mess you up. You know. Got some sticking, but it's okay. I can use all of that. Got one down there that don't want to come up there, but we'll get you though. There you go. Okay, so we got a couple of pieces that kind of broke up, but we're going to let that sit and cool. Now from there, let's finish getting this mixture done right here. So I'm going to go ahead and go all the way in. I'm going to go all the way in on this mixture now since my noodles done. Okay, so now we're going to add our Parmesan cheese. This is a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. So we're just going to go ahead and put that down in there. Okay, it's a half a cup. Get that in there, get that mixed up. Yes, we're going to get it good and mixed up. Look at this cheese. Look at how it's melting already. That's how you want it to look right there. You don't want to play around with it. You want to have that. Yes. So, keep mixing that real good. It don't take that long for that cheese to melt. So now we're going to go ahead and go with our shrimp. These shrimp, these are small shrimps. It's like 60 of them that come in a little bag. I rinsed them, cleaned them already. And so we're going to add these, but we don't want them to cook all the way. We just want them, we just want them to cook till it's a little pink, but not all the way, because we're going to place it in the oven and it's going to finish cooking. Okay, so let's go ahead and add them shrimp to that mixture. Okay, need all that water, so I'm going to just sit that to the side. Okay, and then let me wash my hand a little bit, because I don't want that shrimp smell all on me like that. But all right, let's get back to it. So we got our shrimp going. We're gonna keep that on medium high. I turned it down because I didn't want it to stick. So go ahead and mix that shrimp in there. Go ahead and get that shrimp all up in there. Then we got our crab meat. Got our crab meat. Kristen, you got the crab meat? Are you looking? Okay, so got that crab meat. We're gonna add our crab meat. This crab meat is already shelled, cooked, ready to go. We're just gonna add that in there. And this is a pound of blue crab meat. Okay, so from there, ooh, that's looking good already. From there, we got a pound of crawfish tail. So we're gonna add this crawfish right into there. This is where our seafood is gonna come together right here. Okay, so let's just get that mixture going. We're gonna turn it up on a medium high just to get that pink color on our pink color, that pink color on our shrimp. Okay. Just work it out. Just work it on out. Let it cook on up. Just want to get them shrimp looking pink. Get the just get a nice pink color on them. I can't say that enough because you don't want to overcook your shrimp right now. You don't want to do that. You just want to get that look on them. Okay, so as that go, I have to grab another pot, and we're just gonna make a little mixture that is gonna cause for half a stick of butter. So be prepared to have a stick of butter because you're going to use the whole thing, but half and half. And one ingredients to one ingredient that's added to one ingredient and then to another ingredient. So you'll have one stick of butter that's whole. But like I said, we're going to try, because this is my first video, as I said before, I'm going to have my daughters help me put this down in the description box. Alright, so we got that shrimp mixture, that seafood mixture going now. That going. So we're going to let this butter melt over here. Let me grab another spoon. So here we're just going to let this butter melt, half a stick of butter melt. Then from there we're going to add a 3/4 cups of flour. Okay. 3/4 cups of flour. Once this butter melts. I'm gonna get down in there and melt now. Let me check on this chicken while this butter come on down. Cause I got to have the hubby stuff ready when he get home from work. And this butter is also unsalted. Okay. So some of our shrimp is getting that pinkish look on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our flour. And then once we get that flour mixed up in there, we want to add and it's the texture of it. This is how it's going to look for right now. You're just getting that butter mixed up with that flour. And then we're going to use a 16-ounce half and half. Just pour it, just pour a little bit at a time and get that mixture going. So yeah, turn this thing. So as you see, we got that half and half in here. We got that parmesan in here. We got that cream cheese. So that by itself gonna be creamy. Okay, so we're just gonna keep working this. We're just working all this. Ooh, that smells so good. Keep working that and keep working this. You don't want this to stick. Just want to break that up. Get a good mix on there. And as you see, I'm using this silicone silverware, not to scratch up the bottom of the pans too much. You're going to have to work that on. You're going to have to work that on. Alright, so let's get a little bit more of that half and half. We're going to use this whole 16-ounce half and half container. We're going to work that on, get it all mixed up. Okay, and I have it on a medium. I'm gonna turn it up to a medium high, just to kind of get the consistency that I want. This part kind of take a while because you're just trying to get a nice texture that you're gonna use and spread on your noodles. So this area here is gonna take a little time. But let me pause on that and get over here because I don't want this to, the pink. Come a little closer, Chris. You see the pinkish color is coming now. They're not gray anymore. You see, I mean, some of them are still gray, but you're getting that pink look. And so that's how you want it. You don't want it, and then from that, I mean, you don't want to overcook it. So right there, I'm gonna stop with I'm gonna turn this off. Before I turn it off though, I'm gonna add some of this Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. So you can use any kind of Cajun seasoning you want, but I got this one. You can use any one, like I said, that you prefer. But I'm gonna add this to my my mixture here, and I'm gonna use a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more than that. But I'm gonna do this. Okay, so let me add that on there. And I'm working it because I have to stay on. You see how I let that sit? I have to stay on top of all this. Okay, so let me add the rest of my half and half. Go ahead and knock all that out the way. We don't play with it enough. Okay? Let's keep moving. We ain't got time for no games. We want to eat this tonight. So we're just going to get that going. Okay? Get that going. Let's get this mixture going. You got to be a multitasker to do this here. You know. Ain't no playing around. So you see that Cajun seasoning in there? I may add another tablespoon of that Cajun seasoning because I like that seasoning specifically, and it just gives it that, you know, that seafood Cajun taste. Okay, so we're gonna work this because this is what work you here. Your arm be burning by the end of the night, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. Okay, so let that keep going. Keep going on here. Let me add a little bit more. I normally don't use you know, to measure anything, but I wanted to do that for the people that would be reviewing, viewing this video. You know, so let's turn that off. Let's get this worked out because now we done. Once we get this texture, the texture that we looking for on here, we done. All I have to do is add a little bit of seasoning to this. You know, add a little seasoning to this because, like I said, this is gonna be like my you know, when you make a lasagna with ground beef or ground turkey, you would add your cheese, your ricotta cheese. So this base that I'm making is kind of like my ricotta cheese. And so we're just going to work, you know, work with this. It's getting there. It can have a couple of little chunks in there, but you don't want it to be outrageously chunky. You know, so you want to put that on the work. Okay. Now, so while this is coming to the texture that I'm looking for, I'm gonna go ahead and add my salt, my pepper, my basil, and my parsley. Now my parsley, the parsley that I have is just one little bunch of parsley. So I'm gonna just go ahead and add that now. Okay. You can just buy a bunch of them at Walmart. What else? Anywhere, you know, anywhere you can buy your parsley. Walmart, Winn-Dixie. Walmart is the main place I go. So, or Aldi's. I think Aldi's have it. I don't know. I don't remember if Aldi's have it. Let me not say that too soon. Okay. Then I don't have this is fresh. Some basil, and I'm just gonna use a where did I put it? It's supposed to be a half a teaspoon, but I'll just put a little bit in here. It's not going to be too much. So that's a half. Okay. That's a half. We're just going to let that be our half right there. No big deal. You know, like I said, I'm a pro, so I don't even... really do no measuring. When you're a pro, you ain't got to do no measuring. So, now, just mix that. Look at that mixture. Ooh! And you see all of this, come up, Chris. You see all of this juices in there? We're going to use some of this juice base at the bottom of our pan. So I like that we got this juice taste here. All right. So we got our parsley in there. We're going to go ahead and sprinkle a little black pepper in there. You know, we ain't going to put too much. I'll say a half a teaspoon. Tablespoon. Okay, and then add a little salt. Just, you know, just add your little salt in there. Just get a little flavor. All it needs is a little flavor. That's it. Okay. So see that mixture? That's what we're looking for. Uh-oh, I don't want to lose none. Okay. You know, I just want to show you. This is the flavor, the texture that we're looking for. Okay, so I already turned it off. I kept my water from my noodles. So just in case I got to dip my noodles back into that water, kind of get them to loosen up. So that's good. I'm gonna take that and put that there because I don't want to keep it sitting on there. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is, excuse me, I don't know what's going on there, but now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move all this stuff over out of my way, and I'm gonna get on that later. Okay, so I'll put this, got that already out the way. Let's get that out the way. Okay, because now we finna start on our start layering this thing. We're gonna start a layer. Okay, I already washed these pans, so just get me a pan here. And this is a lasagna size pan, so that's all you need. And like I said, so let's start. Chris, if you can come over this way and see if you can see, just stand back a little bit, so you don't have to be so close, but just right there so they can see. Okay, so we're going to start off with some of the juices. And you can stay there, Chris. I'll just show you once I get it down in there, okay? Some of that juice. Let me get that juice. Might get a shrimp in there. You might get a little crab meat in there, but it's okay. Because we're going to eat all this. Okay, so we just, the concept of this part is just getting your bottom moist and ready to get your noodles in there. So this is how we're looking. Okay, you just want to spread that around in there. Get your juice spreading around. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. Alright, so let's start off with our... You can stay there, Chris. Just stay there. I have to move around because I'm coming to you. I'm coming this way. So we're going to start off with our noodles. Okay? Put that noodle down in there. Okay? These little pieces of noodles, see my noodles starting to stick. But ooh, it's hot. Okay, so the little pieces that's broke up down in there, don't worry about that. We're just gonna go ahead and add that to you know, in between as we layer it. So there's no big deal with that. Okay. We just want to start laying that thing down. All right. From there, we're going to go ahead and put our mixture down there. That we have our basil, our parsley, and our salt, pepper. Just our base, our little thing that we're going to just get that spread. Oh, this smells so good. Just want to spread that out. This gonna hold it together here a little bit with the cheese that we're gonna add. Okay. A little bit of that over there in that cone. Try to get as much as you can in these cones. Okay. Like I said, I enjoy cooking. I like to try different things. This may be different for somebody. I don't know. If you ever made it before, you can comment in the bottom and let me know how you make your lasagna, your seafood lasagna. Okay. From there, we're gonna go ahead and put a mixture. I'm gonna take the pan with me. You know, Chris, if you can still see a little bit, but I'm gonna take that pan with me, and I'm gonna add that seafood mixture. Okay. And you just continue to just layer that, layer your lasagna like this. Can you see it, Chris? Continue to layer. So that's where our seafood go at, right? Then we're gonna add. This is a 8 ounces of shredded pepper jack cheese. So you want to go ahead and sprinkle that on there. You know, get some of that pepper jack in there. It's gonna give you a little taste. So this is like 10 ounces of mozzarella cheese, and you can use any kind of mozzarella cheese that you would like. I bought the Walmart brand because I like it. It don't matter to me as long as it give it a good taste. So now, since we got that going, we're gonna start back with our noodles again. Okay, and like I said, I like to dip it in that water back there just to kind of loosen it up. But if I can get them to come apart, I'm okay with that. You know, because it's all gonna melt together anyway. You getting that, Chris? You getting that, baby? This is it. Okay, and then also, let me check on the hubby chicken. It should be done. Don't want to forget about the hub chicken, because I like to have my husband food ready when he get home from work. Okay, he deserves that. Okay, so just add like these little pieces right here. You just find a little corner for it. You ain't nothing major. Or you can break it up if you need to, or you can just take it in there and put it in there. You know, but you want to make sure you got some whole pieces somewhere. Okay, so let me check on my husband. You can stay there, Chris. I'm gonna check on his chicken. And get that out of the way. So I think that's about ready. Alright, so now we're going to go back to our base. Well, this really not our base, but you know, our spread. Let me say that. You know, but this is what's going to, you know, like I say, replace our ricotta cheese. So we're going to get that all over there. And we just keep repeating this. And, you know, until we get to where we want to be with this. Okay. Uh-oh. Got that on there. I want to. Chris, you getting this? Come a little closer, because you want to make sure you get, not too close, Chris. You want to get in the corner. You know, get as much as you can on there. Put a little bit over here. A little bit over there. And it's going to work, you know. So, let's start with our next layer. Our next layer, turn that water off. Our next layer is going to be our shrimp, our seafood mixture. So, let's go ahead and add. Ooh, that looks so good. I can't wait to dig into this. So, we're going to add that in there. And I'm almost at my last. This may be, I'm going to have maybe one more layer to get to. But you just want to spread that. You see, you still got some of the shrimp a little gray looking, because it's going to go in the oven to cook all the way. So make sure you get them corners, baby. You want those corners. Because when that thing crisps up in that corner, you ain't going to know what to do. Okay? So let's keep going. You see how that's looking? That's looking really good. Really, really good. Okay. So see, I got enough that I can spread just across my top with my cheese. So this is probably, don't want that to fall. Okay, this is probably going to be my last layer because it's getting to the top. So I'm going to double up, kind of like I did at the bottom. I put like 5 of these across at the bottom. So you want to just get it a close in, because this is going to be your part that you don't, you know, you want that to be a nice thick area there. So just put that on there. And then there you go with your little small pieces again. Just throw it in there. You know? Nothing major. You can just use all of this if you want to. It's a little corner here. That's what. There you go. Just throw it up in there. Just throw it on there. And you know what I forgot to do? Before I added this, I was so ready to get that next layer on there. I forgot to add my cheese. I forgot to add my cheese, but guess what? It's okay. That's okay. Because guess what I'm going to do? See, this is why all I got to do is flip that noodle a little bit. You feeling me? That's what we do. We make a way. Sometimes you mess up. You keep pushing. There you go. Ta-da. Flip that noodle. Flip it. Put it down in the middle. Da-da-da-da. Get that pepper jack in there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Flip it. Ta-da. Alright, we're going to do this end right here. This was not a part of it, but guess what? Look, we almost there. Alright, so there you go. Alright, so now we're back to our paste. Last little bit of paste, we're going to go ahead and just use a little bit at a time to get this last row in. That pot not hot no more. Okay, it's a little warm, but not to the point it'll burn the counter. Okay. Alright, so I know it's taking some time, but I wanted to make sure I take you step by step of just getting this recipe here. and the ideal of how to make this. And you can make it any way you want to make it. It's just this is how I make it. And I wanted to share, you know, because it's good to share, you know. It's always good to share with others. Just want to get that down in there. Get it all on the side. Spread it. It's good to share with others. Push that down in there. Now, to get this last little bit on there, you know, we just want to get it down in there. So, smush it on in there. Okay? So, I got a little bit of noodles left. I could have put that in there, you know. But, let me add this right here. Just add in a little. We could do it like that. Look. I mean, I'm just showing you, like, it's nothing. It doesn't have to be, you know, a perfect thing. So just to use these last 3 pieces, I just threw that in there. There you go. Okay. Gonna put our texture, our mix. Now this pan, let me move this in here. This pan is getting heavy, so I'm gonna just slide to the right. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get that spread. Get those noodles on there. You see how just because I added those noodles, it don't stick like how when I put the, you know, the mixture, the flour mixture on there. But when I add that cheese, it'll be all right. You get what I'm saying, right? Like, you can do this, and if you got little hiccups going on in there and you miss something, you can still keep pushing. There's no big deal. Okay, so you got that. I want to get all them onions. I want to get all that because I love onions. I love that mixture. It's really good. Now, slide to the left. Okay, so we're going to add this pepper jack and parmesan. I am going to get more of the mozzarella because I went heavy-handed this time. Like I said, I was basically trying to measure this out for everybody, and I still leave it down in there. But sometimes you get heavy-handed. I mean, I don't want to make any excuses. I just want to show you that this is going to be good if you try it. So let me get it. Just keep it right there, Chris. That's good. So I'm going to just put the rest of this mozzarella on there. Ooh, yes. I'm going to get that mozzarella on there. We eat mozzarella in this house a lot because we make a lot of meatball subs, Philly steak and cheese. So it doesn't matter to me which mozzarella that we put in there because it's all good. It's cheese to me, and cheese is, I love cheese. I enjoy eating cheese. Okay, so this is it. Then get that. Now it's ready to go into the oven. Okay, it's ready to go in the oven. My hands got all that cheese on it. So now I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit of that slap your mama on top. That, you know, just give it that pretty red Cajun looking look, seafood look. Okay. Now this is gonna go in the oven. And I'm going to leave it in there for 35 minutes. 35 minutes, okay? So let's go. And I had the oven set to 350, but remember I was cooking my husband chicken, but the oven is ready, so 35 minutes it'll be ready. Your shrimp is gonna cook, your cheese is gonna melt, and so you don't have no issue. But look at how that, and it's really heavy. So let's go ahead and go in. And so I'm gonna catch you all in a few. Once this is done, I'm gonna clean up and tidy up a little bit because I need to clean as I go. But just because I'm making my first video and wanted to show everybody, I just got a mess going on. So come back, see what my outcome is on this seafood lasagna, and hopefully you'll make it yourself. See you in a minute.